Hey guys, we're doing something crazy today. So it is episode 131 of the Cat Lady podcast, and I am sort of doing this live, but not live. So I'm not doing this live, but I'm using the live feature with YouTube and testing things out. So bear with me a little bit because things might get a little crazy. So I'm getting ready for some things that I will talk about later. So we have this display here. And we will talk about why. Oh, and I forgot to just be yarn on the shelves, but I forgot about that too. So I have my notes here, and I have my laptop set up, and I have my camera over here, and I think I'm looking at the camera because then every time I look down, I'm looking at the laptop. So we're gonna try to focus here. So anyways, if you are new, this is not typical, but who knows, maybe this will be something. Thank you for joining me. I am a primarily knitting related, fiber related podcast. I talk about knitting, spinning, crochet, other sort of crafts. I am the Cat Lady, which stands for craft all the things. And I also have opened up a hand-dyed yarn shop that I started last June. So kind of close to a year, not really, but so if you'd like to my yarns, you can go to www.thecatlady.com for what's new. I'm not going to talk too much about what's in the shop right now because there's nothing new, but I do have a shop update coming up that I will talk about. So, but first things first is we will talk about works in progress. So if you are used to joining me, you've seen this. Oh, and thank you for anyone who's coming back, of course. All my regulars, I appreciate all of you. I guess one more plug. If you want to support the podcast, you can go to www.ko-fi.com/thecatlady and throw $1 at me to support the podcast for make-alongs and stuff. All the money would go into the podcast itself, not to me personally. Just goes for prizes and shipping and all that stuff. So check that out. So the first thing is I'm working on my Seclude sweater, and this is a sweater for my mom. And I'm just using Caron Simply Soft. It's in the royal blue color. This is by Alicia Plummer. And this is what I got so far. Last we talked, I was here. So this little snowflake. So like 2 inches done. Not too bad. I've gotten a lot done this week, actually. So it doesn't look like from the sweater, but so the Seclude actually has a contrast colored sleeve, part of the sleeve, so that'll be in the lighter blue. So I could do this a little, now I'm thinking out loud. So I'm using the rear facing camera because it's a better camera on my phone. So I have my phone beaming to my computer, which is allowing me to upload to the YouTube. And this, I'm thinking this is going to cut out the processing time. I don't know how long it takes to upload to YouTube when it's a live video. So I'm listing this as a unlisted private recording. This is living in my Zelda bag. So from a symphony me and my husband went to. So next up is my Habitation throw by Helen Stewart. The Seclude is knit on size 6, I believe, US 6 needles. The Seclude, or no, the 8s. These might be 6. I'm a bad podcaster when it comes to sharing needle sizes. I never share my needle sizes. So let's see. The Habitation throw is size 6. So that means the Seclude is size 8. And then it'll switch to size 6. And this is using Lollypop Girl Yarns minis from Christmas. So Christmas Advent colors. I wound them all into a giant cake. And I put them in the order that I wanted them in. So they kind of fade a little bit. So it's not the order I opened them in. So first we have, so we're on color 3. So they're very similar, but I can see where they change. So let's see. And this is a corner to corner blanket. Very nice. I really like it. I might have screwed up though. I'm about to do another yarn over row, and I did the row, and I was off my stitch count a little bit, but I haven't gone through, and so I tinked back. I haven't gone through and counted them yet. I mean, I can fudge it, but I'd like to, if I did screw up somewhere, I'd like to find where. Like sometimes I miss a yarn over on the side. Looks like I got all those ones. Looks like I got all those ones. So I got to figure out where I'm missing a stitch or if I just did something wrong. It was late. I was tired last night. So I'm doing the weave and Steven method of weaving ends. I'm not sure if I love it or not. The ends are still kind of wonky in there. So this one I pulled out. These ones I pulled out. I don't know. I might just weave in my ends traditionally styled end weaving. So yeah, I think I will because I just don't like the way it looks. I thought it was a nifty idea, but maybe not. So back to the colors. What colors am I using? So this was the very Mickey Christmas themed. So color 1 was Main Street. So the bottom one was Main Street. The second one is, so this kind of middle reddish color is the Railroad. Or Walt Disney World Railroad. I only kind of half wrote the names down. And then this one's Minnie Mouse. So the one above it is Minnie Mouse. So the Railroad and Minnie Mouse, kind of similar, but you can see the difference. So, and that is living in my Eat Sleep Knit Rhinebeck, Virtu-wool Rhinebeck bag that I got from Amy from Happy Little Yarn. So this is plugging along nicely. It's nice to just, well, it's usually casual knitting until you screw up. So now I gotta figure that out. So those are my whips. That's all I got right now. But on to finished objects. I have a couple finished objects. So first things first, I'm not going to take it down because it's right here. So this is, and it looks really pink. It's more orange. It's the Disco Lemonade color. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see the color in its true glory. It's more orange. It's got pink in it, of course, but it is like orange. Looking on the screen, it's like pink. So that's a problem. So I am trying to figure out, and I will show you what I'm doing. So I'm using some open broadcast software, which is called OBS, which I spent like all day trying to figure out because I'm trying to use it for some events and stuff. But things that you can do is you can put in pictures. So if I'm talking about this, which I should have done, that would have been smart, but I don't have a picture of it yet, is put in the actual photo. So this is not pink. It's very pretty orange. It's attached up here. I can take it down, but I'm not gonna. So, but this is the Twinsies shawl, which is my own pattern, which I don't promote enough, and I never had a sample knit in my own yarn. So I scrambled and started, and it took me 2 days, and it was 2 full days. I started on Friday afternoon, and pretty much all day Saturday I just knit on this. So it is an asymmetrical style shawl. It is the 3rd one I've made. So here's the other ones. So this is the original, and if you follow me, you know the story of the Twinsies. Me and my friend Jen like to twinsy everything, so we make the same, and I've talked about that. I've talked about it a lot. So we make the same pattern, same yarn, same whatever. So then I designed a shawl just to kind of commemorate that, called it the Twinsies shawl, and we both use, this is the Rhinebeck 2017. I think this Rhinebeck 2017 colorway, or no, 2016. I designed the pattern in 2017, so we must have bought the yarn prior, obviously. So this is the Rhinebeck 2016 colorway. Pattern came out in 2017. And she did the sparkle version, and I did this, but it was both the same color. And so then, and it's got, this one's got the picot edge. I believe I wrote in the pattern, oh, it's got this hair on it, awesome. I believe I wrote in the pattern that you can eliminate picot edge. Well, sure, you can do that with anything, right? So I made one with hand spun, which was less yardage. Did I make it all the way through? I did something different at the end, like I did a small repeat of lace at the end, and let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I did not make it. Did not make it. So there's 9 lace sections. I made it to 7, and then just did a mini lace section at the bottom and did a standard bind off. So this was hand spun. This was fiber optic yarns in one of their gradients that I love. So I spun the gradient and knit the Twinsie. So that pattern is available right now on my website. You have to check out separately, which, okay, so I went through a lot of different options. Okay, I could link to another site, or technically it's on Ravelry, right? So if you're on Ravelry, you can go get it on Ravelry, which is another site, right? So how else do you, like, my platform I use, and it seems similar with a lot of platforms, which is ridiculous. You can't like have the digital files available for download. I know it's possible. I'm using a free version of the Square website builder right now because it's free and it works really well for being free. So I just have a few hiccups as far as like, so when I sell a pattern, first of all, you have to purchase it separately because it's a digital download or it's a digital delivery. So they don't want you to put it in the cart with your yarn, which is a little inconvenient, but literally it's just going to show 2 charges on your account instead of the 1. But then I will email you the file. So that's where the downside on my end comes. I have to like physically, like when the order comes in, I have to then download you the file. But it's not a big deal. I don't sell a ton of patterns yet. So if I start selling a ton of patterns, we would then look at a different platform that would allow you to download, like PayHip. But they take a cut, or yes, they take kind of a big cut. But then you can download right away, and that would still make you go to another site to download it, right? So I mean, I might as well just keep you on my site. It's less fees for me. A little inconvenient, but not a big deal. But anyways, the Twinsies shawl is available. I actually made some updates on it. I found some spelling errors, which was so embarrassing. I still have to update it on Ravelry, so don't buy it on Ravelry yet because I haven't set the update. Or I guess you can, because then when I update it, you'll get the update. Anyways, and I added some stitch count numbers in there that I thought, as I was doing it again, I'm like, oh, this would be helpful. So I threw in some things in there. I'd like to take pictures of that one and update it with the pictures and the yarn because it's my yarn. So that is a work in progress, but I haven't taken pictures of it yet. Take pictures of me wearing it and all that stuff. So that is number 1. Number 2, I only have 2 patterns, but I didn't have it in my own yarn. So this is the totally rad fingerless mitts, which again are available in my shop. And this is the Here Be Dragons colorway, which is also available. This is in the Pawsitively Squishy DK. Oh, this is in the 17 micron, so the Pawsitively soft merino. This is a 17 micron wool. Super duper soft. So it was perfect. I just thought the colorway was perfect. Everything was perfect about it. So it's super duper soft around your neck. So here is the totally rad fingerless mitts. These are fashion mitts, I'd say. They're not really like functional mitts. Functional, but they're more to look cute because they're really short mitts, kind of reminiscent of like 80s style fashion, but they got this little mesh, this little bow. So these are the totally rad fingerless mitts. I'd like to update that pattern as well with these, maybe some new pictures. I like the pictures, but I don't know. Maybe I don't like the pictures as much as I thought I would. So, but of course I do all these things right when the seasons are turning, right? So these are not going to be like, do I hold this until? No, I don't know. I mean, it's already out, so it's not like I'm holding anything back. But this is also available on the website. So if you go over to the website, www.thecatlady.com, and click on the digital patterns section, they're both there. So this is not a finished object, but sort of a finished object. This is a finished little sample piece. So if you noticed, if you followed me for a while, I've done these little sample shawl sizes to show off the yarn that I've been dyeing. So this is Talk to the Hand, which is available on the Purrfect sock. And this is also a prototype of the new Twinsies shawl that I'm working on. So original Twinsies. Not exactly what I envisioned. I like it, and it's very versatile because it's really long. So you can wrap it a few times. You can kind of tie it in a knot on the side, and you can just do different things with it. So I like that. But it wasn't what I was planning. I was planning more of the shape, which kind of cuts off the bottom. But more, you can tell it's a lot deeper. So that you can see they're the same shape. This one, they got more depth and a little bit not as long. This one is narrow and extremely long. So this is like 190 to 100 inches long and only like 12 inches deep. This is about like 70 inches long and like 15 inches deep or something along those lines. Oh, and it's backwards. So I gotta flip that. You see my end sticking out. So this is the Woolja shawl by Amba O'Brien. So originally when I was designing this, I was going for more of this depth over the length. So I am redesigning and honestly, I'm just switching around a few numbers. It's not, or a few placements of the increases and decreases and how exactly it's increased and decreased. And keeping the same motif. So it's a gradually larger mesh pattern from the start to the finish. Of course, the start is way over here. So you have like one lace over row, 2 lace over row, 3, etc., all the way to 9. So, which is at the end. So it's going to be the same technique, pattern, style, but a different set of increases and decreases. So this is going to be the fraternal twin, is what we're going to call it. So I mean, it'll be a while. Maybe I'll aim for like fall time when I came out with the other one, because I need to write it all out and figure it all out and knit a few samples, get testers and all that stuff. And I would like to have it tech edited. So these are tech edited. So these are pretty good to go. Comes in worsted and DK sizing. Sizes extra small through extra large, depending on which pattern. So the one pattern's extra small through large, the other one's small through extra large. If that makes sense. And worsted and DK is sort of kind of interchangeable. So I honestly think you can't go wrong. You just change your needle sizes around a little bit. So because the gauge is the same on both, it's just different needle size. So that makes a difference. So this is Talk to the Hand though. This is a really cool, like dark purpley, brownish blacks and stuff. So I like that. So those are, so new twinsy for fraternal twin, and then totally red hat to go with the totally red mitts, right? So it'll have the same, similar, it's gonna be different. Lace mesh pattern and somehow incorporate this little bow. Don't know how yet. You see that? Yep. Okay. If this style is weird, please let me know. I don't plan on doing this all the time. I'm just kind of practicing with this, seeing how it works, because I'm going to have to be doing this for like vending virtual shows. So needle adjacent. So things that I want to do soon. And I didn't prepare for this completely. I did, but I didn't. So I have all these little minis that I make, and that I make these little shawls out of, right? So here's Festival. This one I haven't knit up yet, so this is Let's Get Crazy. Here's Talk to the Hand, the leftover. So I have a lot left over. There were 20-gram minis. Wild Oranges. I want to make the Northeasterly blanket, I think. So I looked at the pattern, and I was talking to Amy. Now here's the rest of Disco Lemonade, which, yeah, looks pink. Look at all that. You can see there's orange in there, but there's more. That's mainly pink. And it's mainly orange when I'm looking at it in person. Nightlife. So anyways, I have all these little bits and pieces, over 10 grams. And according to the pattern, and according to Amy, Happy Little Yarn, who's making hers, she only used 10 grams per arrow, like a chevron thing. This would be a fun way to showcase my yarns, and just, you know, it would just be like an epic shop sample. So you maybe start it as like a scarf length. So you start one row and I make my row as long as I want it, and then just start making it wider and wider, and either stop when I get enough or just keep going. And it's like the epic shop sample that hangs up and hangs on the wall. It's like a wall hanging. I don't think I would actually use it, because it's to showcase the yarns, really. So, and I think that'd be perfect to have it all with my yarn in it. So that is on the agenda. I'd like to make a messy bun hat. I don't know what pattern yet, and I thought maybe crochet, because I don't have a lot of crochet samples. So I would make it out of my yarn, but I would still use it, but it would still be kind of a sample. And then, okay, so here's where things get like, I'm going to try something. So I'd also like to make the everyday slouchy hat, which you can see here. Look at that. And that is, I think that's working. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, it's working. So this is the everyday slouchy beanie by Dragon Hoard Yarns. So there we go. And you can still see me in here. Yeah, so I gotta watch which way I move. So this is my Dragon Hoard Yarns, old sock and mohair. And I didn't grab that because, again, I'm not really prepared. But last week I showed off a skein of red mohair that I dyed and a skein of reddish black Purrfect socks. So that was what I was going to use. And I forgot to mention that that's what I was going to make with it. So that was what I was going to make with the everyday, or with that yarn. And in addition, I showed off a skein of worsted in the same color. So it was, let's see, we can get rid of this now. So I had a skein of worsted yarn that was also in the same color, and in the red. It's called Cranberries After Dark. So if you've seen the cranberries color from, right here. This red color here, cranberries. It's about the same color as that, but it's got a little bit more black in it. And well, this has no black in it, so it's got black in it. And it was from the, it was kind of a leftover dye dump and a worsted sample. So I ordered some more worsted for the shop. So I have about 20 skeins, which isn't much, but enough to kind of like test the waters and see how worsted sells. Which, talking to a few other business owners and indie dyers, like, usually I sell worsted in the winter. Like, yeah, that makes sense. But people like to start their Christmas knitting early, right? So I will, and I don't have to dye it right now either. I can just hold on to it. So I don't know. I ordered more DK and more worsted because there is like a deal about DK and worsted, and I talked about it last time, and it's super similar. So stay tuned because I might be like trying to kind of debunk, like, is there really a difference? And there is, but is it really not much. So I'm going to try to take some worsted patterns and make them DK friendly and see how that goes. Because a lot of people say they sell DK more, but if you go Googling around, there's more worsted patterns, it seems. So, or, you know, it's more, you think worsted for sweaters, but I think you could totally make a DK sweater. Go watch Barb from Flame and Fiber. She made a whole sweater out of cranberries and it's gorgeous. And that was DK. So. All right, so that is what's needle adjacent. When I have, oh, did I say what I was going to make? Helga Cowl by Amy from Happy Little Yarn. It is not a pattern that is out yet. She's working on it. She's working on making it a one skein pattern, and she's not sure if she's going to publish it or if it's just one of those things where you just email her and she'll send it to you like she did her hat. So stay tuned for that. All right, stash. So I am a sucker for walking through the grocery store and picking up a skein of yarn because I just can't resist. And this I just couldn't resist it. I want to make a blankie. So this giant skein. This is the right colors. These are pink. Does that make that one look more orange when it's next to it? I don't know. So I want to make a blankie, and I had two of these in my cart, two of the pink ones, and I was going to make a blanket for myself. I'm like, I really don't need another blanket. I just made myself a crochet blanket, and I made the kids blankets, and I refrained. So knit a 42 by 42 inch blanket, corner to corner style, with one cake, or crochet a 33 by 33, which 33 by 33 is a little small, so I figured the 42 by 42. And then I got a second one of the blue. So I have Jim's cousins. So Jim has two cousins. One has a daughter, one has a son right now. The cousin with the daughter, she's 2. She might be 2 or 3. Still little. The son is not even 1 yet. He'll be 1 this summer. So very little. So I thought 2 blankets could be nice for them. Just something fun for me to do. Just knit the 42 by 42s. And what size needles? It takes huge needles. I don't even know if I have the right needle size. I know I could crochet this, but I don't want 30 by 30. That's too small. I'd like it to wrap around an adult's shoulders, honestly. Would be nice. I mean, I could knit something not corner to corner and make it like a little bit longer and narrower. I don't know. So I'll have to look at some patterns. But this takes size 11s. Try to write those. So that was my splurge. And they were like on super sale. So they were originally like $25. They were $20 at the store. And then they were like 25% off. So why not? And I like making stuff for people occasionally. So, and then another, I was at Joann's because I have to make some Cricut shirts for Emily's Battle of the Books thing that she's doing. And they had a clearance skein of the Big Twist Twinkle, which I really liked for the wreaths last Christmas time. I mean, this is kind of just a gray color. I don't know what I would do with it exactly, but it would make a nice hat or scarf or something. But this works really well in my knitting machine. So this is the color Slate in this Twinkle. So I like the Twinkle. Okay. And if you follow me, you know I've been purchasing fake real hair was the first one. So I bought a hair extension. It was a halo hair extension that lays over your head. And it was made of real hair, and I got it, and I loved it, and I washed it, and then I didn't love it as much. there was a lot of like not split ends, but it like broke a lot. So there was a lot of like pieces sticking out like that shouldn't have. And honestly, I mean, it's mimicking my own hair because I'm sure I have lots of pieces that are sticking out. But it wasn't, I paid $60 for it. It didn't live up to my expectation. I mean, again, it was cheap for a hair extension. If you buy them from like salons or other really popular, reputable websites, not Amazon, they're like anywhere from $200 to $400 or even more depending on your size. So this was cheap, but still for $60, I didn't like the fact that after one wash, it kind of like, it was kind of frizzly. So I emailed the company and they gave me a refund, but I got to keep the piece. So I still have it and it's real human hair, supposedly. It makes me wonder because, I mean, I don't know, did curling it like singe some of it because it was fake synthetic? I don't know. But so I don't want to buy another one from them because I'm afraid the same thing's going to happen. So I kind of I still have it and I'll still wear it, but it's real hair. So you have to curl it and style it as you want. So then I was hopping around Amazon and I found some fake hair. So this is synthetic hair. So this is an 18-inch synthetic hair extension and it was $10. I think it looks really good. And I bought two. I bought a 16-inch, and this is the 18-inch, and I bought a 16-inch. So this is what it looks like when you get it. So, I mean, it looks like real hair. It tangles a little more because it's synthetic. But, I mean, it's just like any other. It's just like getting a, I bought a wig once because I had my head shaved and my friend got married and I officiated her wedding. And we got a wig just so it didn't look like, anything was wrong with me. It was a long story anyways. So, and it's synthetic hair and it was expensive. This was $10. So I bought two. And ideally, and I did once, you can layer the two. I need to adjust this. So you have to like kind of clamp a little bead on there to pull it. So I just put in the 18-inch today, and you have to curl, you curl your real hair and just kind of floof it in. But this one would lay on top of everything, and then make it just fuller and kind of layer it in this bits a little bit better. But I have to adjust this one still, and I just thought, honestly, it gets a little uncomfortable with both too, and it gets a little hot, so the one's good. But, the 16-inch is almost like the same length as my hair. So if you just want a fuller look of your natural hair, and this one makes it look a little longer. You want fuller and longer, you put the other one in. So that's what I'm doing. And I just ordered a pink one just for the heck of it. So it would be the same size, the 18-inch. So like anything that stuck out the bottom would be pink, like smoky pink. So we'll see. If I don't like it, I'll return it because I do wonder, am I going to get flagged by Amazon? I feel like I'm returning a lot of things. But I ordered two other hair extensions from a different company. And these are Sarla, S-A-R-L-A. If I remember, we'll link it. The other ones I bought, which actually got really good reviews, were Rico, R-E-E-C-H-O, but they were heavy. So they were nice, and they weren't the halo, they were just clips. So there was like a 4-piece clip that was like the same size of this, but it was like, it had a lot of hair, which is good, but it hurt. And like clipping it in just didn't feel well. This one doesn't have clips, so I need to buy some clips. I did buy some clips. I ordered some, so they're coming. I'm going to sew in some clips so that they kind of clip in. It just helps it feel a little more secure because when I move around and I kind of like, I don't think it's going anywhere. I've worn it all day before, but I feel better with the clips. The real hair extension I have has clips in it. So I do like having just the extra secure clips. And if I layer two of them, it'd be really better to have the clips. So yeah, that is my stash. So on to some news. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen I did a little live video about my news. So this Saturday, March 13th at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I have an interview with, which I've talked about already before, with Ladybird Loves. She is a podcast channel that does all sorts of different things. She has gaming segments, crochet, chats, all sorts of weird things, but interesting things. I don't know, I shouldn't call them weird, but all sorts of different things. And on Saturday, she does what's called Saturday Spotlight, and she will be interviewing me for about 45 minutes. And then the audience, because it's live, can ask questions the last 15 minutes. So I'd love to have my supporters over there, if possible, if you're free on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. I will post links to her channel below. I'll probably send out some little blurbs that morning on Instagram and maybe even on my YouTube channel. So I don't know, should be fun. We're going to talk about the dyeing business, the yarn dyeing business. So yeah, so it'll be fun. And just a new audience to promote to. And then the big news, big news is I am now going to be a vendor in the Virtu-wool, so VIRTU-wool Fiber Festival. They typically do, so it is still being on their Facebook page. So typically what they do is they have a list of vendors. So Saturday and Sunday, so it's on March 20th and 21st. My time slot is March 21st at 1 p.m. So typically they will just, each vendor will then have a time slot to stream live on Facebook. And then you can comment and you can win a door prize and all that fun stuff. Well, this month they're doing it a little differently. They're gonna, I think, so it's in the works, and like the planning that goes into these is like insane. It just kind of, it's crazy. So they are going to have a Zoom meeting that you can sign up for. So if you follow me and you want to chat with me or whatever, you come to the Zoom meeting and you can win a prize through the Zoom meeting, which will probably be a gift certificate is what I'm thinking, to the shop. And so you come to the Zoom meeting, you watch there, and you can interact. You know, you'll be muted for most of it, but if you have a question, you can ask a question. They'll either let you ask it out loud or you can type it in the chat and then someone will relay it to me. So I know it's just like more intimate, I guess, more an easier way to field questions, honestly, because Facebook, I'm actually going to have my friend, my twinsie, Jen, will be fielding my Facebook questions, and she's just going to type in the answers. I'm not going to be able to monitor. I mean, I might have it open and sort of look, but there's a delay, and it's tricky to answer the Facebook questions. So Jen will be answering the Facebook questions essentially, and I will be answering your live questions in Zoom. So this is why I'm doing all this stuff. So I still haven't 100% sure how I'm going to set it up. I'm probably just going to set it up like this. Like originally I had, well, that's the thing. I'm going to put in like photos. So I shared my screen with the pattern. I can also share, do I have that? No, I don't have it anymore. I can also share individual pictures. So, and it like, so, you know, I had this little thing pop up. I can have pictures pop up. So if I take pictures of all my yarn and I want to show it off and hold it up, then I can also put in the picture of the professional, you know, lighted photo that has the right coloring and doesn't look pink. Seriously, this is like my crown jewel here that I was like, I struggled, or I didn't struggle, but I worked my butt off to get it finished. I picked a color that I thought would be fun and that's going to be available to buy. And it doesn't look right. So my chair is all squeaky too. So maybe I need to use a different chair when I do my thing too. See, this is a good trial run. So, and I can't get up and do things and find things. So I have to make sure I have everything, which I've done pretty well, except for the mohair colors. So yeah, Virtu-wool Fiber Fest. Stay tuned. I will be promoting the heck out of it, obviously, once I get the graphics and once they firm up the details on the Zoom link and whatever. If you want to see, if you go to my link tree on Instagram/Facebook, have links to Ladybird's YouTube channel and with the time slot that I am there for. And I also have a link to the Virtu-wool Fiber Festival Facebook page, which again, so if you don't get into the Zoom, you can see it on Facebook because they're going to beam the Zoom meeting to the Facebook. And that'll be the same as normal. So, and you can comment on Facebook. I haven't decided. Maybe I'll do two prizes. Maybe I'll do a prize for the Zoom and then a prize for the Facebook chat. That might be a good idea. And then don't take that set in stone because I don't know yet. They're trying to encourage people to go to the Zoom. So the point was usually the door prizes are in the Facebook group because that's all they do. But now since they're doing the Zoom thing, and again, they're just trying to keep it fresh and different, which I think is good. You have to be in the Zoom meeting at the end. Which, okay, so can you just pop up at the end? I don't know. I think they're working on a lot of these details, so. Which is bad for me that I'm new to this whole thing and popping into this like chaotic new thing, but at the same time, it's fine. So it'll be fine. So yeah, and then I will also be offering a discount probably, yeah, I'm still not sure. I want to encourage people to sign up for the newsletter, right? So like I want to put in like sign up for my newsletter, get a coupon code. Because once you sign up for the newsletter, you get an initial email automatically sent from me. So I could put at the bottom of that, here's your coupon for signing up. But then I don't want to alienate all my people that have already signed up and are active subscribers because, hello, those are, you're my people. So do I send out a coupon to the subscribers and then, I don't know, but again, I don't want to be giving too much stuff away either. So. But this is my first fiber festival, so maybe it's okay. And I have a good chunk of yarn to unload. I'm gonna put some yarn in the soaked today, actually, so I can get some more dyed up before. So shop update will happen next weekend on Sunday. So right before I go live, I will do a shop update and show off the new things live. So it'll give me something to talk about. So yeah, just keep following me on social media and you'll know what's going on. In business news, I don't have anything to show, but like I said, I ordered more decaying worsted. I also am considering ordering some spinning fiber. So if you are interested in comb top, let me know. I can get, let's see, did I turn? Oh, I didn't bring that out. Did I bring? No. I have a list. I can get merino. I can get a couple different types of merino. You got like 19.5 micron, which sounds pretty soft. That's 17, so that's extra soft. And then there was like a 20, their standard one was like 23 or 22, which is still pretty soft. And then I'm going to BFL, which I think is 27. And they had non-superwash and superwash, which I am 100% going to be doing superwash to start. But again, if you're interested in any of those, please let me know because I might order a sample of some next time I order my yarns. And yeah, I've never dyed top before, so I know it's a whole nother beast of things. But it would be fun, and I would love to get back into spinning. I haven't spun in forever, so if I dyed my own top, it would give me an excuse to spin, right? And then if you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice I talked about merchandise. So this is what I came up with. And this would have been something I could have put on the computer, right? But that's okay. Using a different computer. So this is different than the one that I posted on Instagram because it's not much different, but it's a little different because font. So I am a good business lady, and when I designed my logo at the bottom there, I made sure that font that I could use for commercial use. And I got the license like little blurb that, because if you search for free fonts, there's a handful that are free for personal use, and there's a handful that are free because the people just design and they're free for anything. So that font was free for commercial use. Well, I designed the Craft All the Things little words and then realized, hey, I forgot to check if it could use that. And I think I could, but it said to email the designer for permission. So I did. And I'm impatient and I followed up today. Because when did I email? A couple days ago. I don't know. It's been a couple days. So I emailed again, follow up. Still never heard back. So I thought, you know what? It's going to be easier for me just to find a font that I can use for free. And so I found this font, which I like, and it's not much different, and it's got fun little swirly things on here, and I think this looks really cute. So I'm looking to make shirts, maybe mugs, stickers, stuff like that. So stay tuned. It's a whole nother thing, right? It's the last thing I need to worry about right now, but people have asked, and I've thought about it before, so I was like, just throw everything together. So anyways, I think that's it. And I can actually see how long I've gone. Let's see, 38 minutes. Okay, I've talked for about the same amount of time I normally do. Again, this was new, this was samples, this was different. Funny thing, my very first podcast was recorded in this spot, in my dining room. So it's not like this is I think it was on the other side though. It was facing the other way. Maybe not. I don't know. But this isn't really a new spot, but I don't know. This won't be my normal thing because my husband is not going to want this in my dining room all the time. So, even though Emily thought it looked really cool. Doesn't look too busy. It is kind of busy, but I want people to see my samples. So, when I'm talking about my yarn, I can say, okay, this is, whatever. And originally, I thought having multiple cameras. But I don't think I need multiple cameras for this, honestly. I think I just need my background and me. And I almost looks like I'm on a green screen, doesn't it? I don't know. I feel like this kind of looks fake. It's a little crooked, so I have to adjust my angles better, but you know, whatever. It's just you guys. You guys don't care. You know I'm a hot mess. So maybe, yeah, I don't want to move it down too much because I want to be able to see all the stuff. Oh, I think this looks good. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you really think. I want to know your honesty. I value everyone's opinions. I really do. So, all right. With that, life news. Kids are back in school full time, so that's amazing. So far, so good. And other life news. This is my life. Craft is life, right? So there's not been anything. I mean, we haven't done anything. We haven't gone anywhere. We, you know, pandemic. So this is life. So thank you all for joining me. I look forward to talking to you next time and chatting on Saturday, March 13th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with Ladybird Buzz, and then doing the virtual show on Sunday, March 21st at 1 p.m. So I hope you all can join me there as well. So I will see you next week, though, hopefully around. If things are too hectic getting ready for the show, I might take next week off, but we'll see. So if not, I will see you in a couple weeks, but I will see you again soon. So don't forget to craft all the things. Bye.